Once the fear gets out into the community and people start to do the same thing to the meat supplies as they did to toilet paper, you're going to see the shelves bare fairly quickly.
This week, the Trump administration classified the American meat processing industry as critical infrastructure, mandating continued operations despite a surge in COVID-19 among the workforce.
The quarantine is going to be very strong, and we're going to make people better when they have a problem. We're going to get them better.
The president's liability-minded executive order drew union backlash as sick employees have led to supply chain disruptions for the world's largest meat companies, halting production at roughly 20 plants and slaughterhouses across North America.
Before the coronavirus started, we were headed to record production this year, record large beef production. Our cattle numbers had peaked. You know, it's a cyclical industry.
Texas A&M agricultural economist David Anderson says as the government looks to slowly revamp the supply chain, beef volume and variety will decrease while grocery bills rise. He says cattlemen could see prices rally, but stress another link in the supply chain.
Just as we see this bottleneck take hold in packing and processing, so not only do we have grocery store demand for meat, now we're going to see, if places reopen, increasing demand from the restaurant sector just when we can't get any more supplies of beef through the system to get to them. And that means even higher prices for meat for our restaurants that have been struggling so much already.
While around 10% of beef production has been impacted by the virus, pork production has been hit significantly harder, especially in the nation's top hog-producing state.
Just in Iowa, we're estimating that there's about 40,000 pigs per day that are not going to market that should be. The reality is it's just a drop in the bucket compared to the magnitude of the backlog that we're generating here.
Iowa Pork Producers Association President Mike Poston says farmers have sold pigs via social media, donated to food pantries, or simply given the animals away, all to avoid the looming specter of euthanasia.
I can tell you, speaking for myself personally and all other producers, I mean, that is literally the last option. And we're going to keep doing everything we can up until that moment to try to prevent that from happening.
Poston finds Trump's move to keep processors open encouraging and praises the federal response in recent weeks, along with state-level coordination. But he sees a daunting challenge in sheer swine numbers backed up on farms.
It's still going to take time for plants to come back online, and when they do, they won't be running at full capacity most likely. Short of every single person in Iowa taking a pig and processing it in their backyard, there's just no way to absorb this kind of massive disruption.
For Market to Market, I'm Josh Bittner.